Hello everyone, welcome to the next video. This video is going to be a lot shorter than the previous video. So let's recap what we did in the last video. In the last video, we tried to do the jailbreak test using Python function, and you pretty much saw the advantage of using Python function because now if I want to change this break year and break month, I there's only one place for me to come and change. I don't need to go over all the code again to change it, right? So let's say I want to change to 2005 and then to December. I see this value, but what if I want to change back to 2000 and June? I just change here, and then you can get the value and your hypothesis testing decision. So yeah, it's pretty good. But if you think about it, what if I want to visualize how the p-value keep changing as I change the break year and the break month? This may not be very convenient, since you have to change and you have changed the year and the month, then you take down the p-value, and then you have to change year and the month again, note down the p-value. So today's video is I'm going to ask you these questions. Is it possible for us to visualize p-value to see p-value changes as we change year and month? So yes, we can do that we can do that with ipywidgets. So this video is going to use ipywidgets. So you will see the widget like slider, where as I slide the year control bar and the month control bar, p-value will change. Okay, so this looks pretty exciting, right? So let's get started. But before that, we have to make a few preparations. So as usual, I have this CSV file I used in previous video too, with Apple return, market return, and risk-free rate from 1993 all the way to 2010. Also, I prepared this Python script with the extension py. This is nothing new. It is just the code I used in the previous video, but I put them in the py extension file, and I just need to tweak a little bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I don't need this code of this chunk, because at least for this exercise I want to show you how p-value are changing. I'm not really concerned with the hypothesis testing decision, so I want to remove this one out, and instead of printing the p-value, I will return the p-value. So the changes are not really big. So with that, I have done my preparation. So let's begin our coding. So the first step is I need to import that Python script I changed just now. So I give it a name, show test get p, show test get p, as let's call it ctgp. Not really creative, but it works. And another one, the main actor of this video, which is ipywidgets, as let's call it widgets. Then okay, so what I need to do, the first function I'm going to write here, I want to print the p-value, so I call it print p-value. And to print p-value, you know previously that you need the year and the month and the significant level. So this is my function, and I call it p-value. So what is my p-value? I'm going to get it from this function. So here the function name is test hypothesis, but now that the name might be test hypothesis, but what the function is really doing is giving me the p-value after calculating the after calculating these SSR1 and SSR2 and then giving me the p-value. So again, the input are year, month, and significant level. Great, and I'm going to print here. But this is the name of my function is print, right? Then, okay, now the important stage. This is the stage where I'm going to write the code of block, the block of code to display the control slider for the year, the month, and the significant level. So let's call it control slider. Well, this one, what I will need to do is I call it widgets, which we imported here, right? And call it interactive. And this one we give the output is the p-value. So I will call the function print p-value, which I wrote above. This is the output, but the input are going to be year and month and the significant level. Okay, so for the year, I am going to put integer slider, and let's begin with description. Description will be this one will be here, and then I have minimum, I have maximum, and I also have the step and the value. Oh, I'm right. So the minimum, which the year minimum, I know the minimum year will go to 1993, and the maximum will go to 2010. Step is the step up, step down value. Like as I increase or decrease the year, it should go up or go down by what value? So obviously 1, and the value is when you run this code, the beginning position value, which I will put into the year 2000. Okay, so I can copy this for month 2, so I don't need to write that again. So let's come to here. Instead of the year, I will have to change to month, and the minimum is 1, which says January, and the maximum is 12, corresponding to December. Step is the same as 1, and the value will be 6. Good. For significant level, let's put it as just with the minimum, maximum, and the step. So the minimum is 1% significant level. Maximum I'm going to put at 10%, and then the increment value will be 0.01 again. Okay, so I think this is fine. Let's see. Invalid syntax. Yes, I see. Sorry, I'm really careless. Put this here. So this should be okay now. Oops. What mistake am I doing now again? ipywidget has no attribute interactive. Maybe is it this one? Good. Okay, good. With that, everything looks fine. So now I just need to display the control slider. I hope nothing goes wrong. Let's see. Let's pray hard and enter. Good. Yes. Now you see. The year will go minimum to 1993 and maximum to 2010, and then you can slide it. Also, the month you can change from January to December, and as you change your significant level, it doesn't really matter, but there is a way to improve this code. I didn't make it very complicated because that should be left as an exercise for you. It's not very it's not difficult if you want to uh, use you want to see changes on the p-value. I mean, p-value will not change, but of course your decision will change depending on your significant level. So think about what you can do to help you with making decision as you change the significant level along this slider. Okay, so see, pretty much is pretty straightforward, and let's double check, okay, to make sure that what we are doing is correct. So here you saw that, okay, let's start from the beginning again, and to the year 2000 and the month 6, you get 0.1585. Do we get the same value here? Okay, so I want to change it one. Okay, so we get 0.1585144. Yeah, so you see, this value is the same as the value we get here. Okay, now you can see, now you can visualize a little more easily as I change the year, as I change the month. Okay, so I hope you like this application. It's very useful. You should go. There are a lot of ways for you to explore. So just go to this page. You can Google it, and there are a lot things you can do with this. For some people, when you are using Jupyter Lab and you run the display control slider, you may not be able to see the slider. That happened to me before, but it's not really a big problem. You go to this installation page and follow the instruction here, depends on what version you are using, and then you should be able to solve and you will see the slider. Okay, so that's all for this video. So as I said, play around with this, play around with the code, play around with the widgets features, and see the wonderful things you can do with this. Okay, so thank you so much. Bye bye.